I'm here today to show you how to successfully wave your hair whilst wearing clip-in hair extensions, how to properly apply them and blend it in and just have it so that your hair is all wavy with the long wavy extensions so it looks thick and natural. The extensions I'm going to be using today are from a website called Cristelli, and the ones that I have actually picked are these from Coco, which are clip-in hair extensions. The hair extensions come in a golden blonde shade, which is one of the closest matches to my own hair. But actually on the Cristelli website you can search from so many different shades of blonde, brunette shades, red shades, black shades, just completely dependent on your hair. They just have them all laid out, really precise online, and you can see which colour is more suitable for your own hair tone. These are quite thick clip-in hair extensions and they come at 20 inches, so if you want a really long, like a really full long look with your hair, this is a good length to go for. If you want them a little bit shorter, you do have the luxury option of cutting them if you like, because it's always worse to get extensions which are too short and you can't actually grow them. You just have to put them really low down on the nape of your neck. But with extensions like these, the longer they come, you have the option of giving them a little bit of a trim if that's what you would prefer. So the first thing I'm going to show you today is how to wave your hair first using a curling wand, so that if you've got long, luxurious wave extensions, you can match your own natural hair to the wave that the extensions hold. So let's have a look. So first of all, let's take a look at the hair extensions. So I've just opened mine up from the pack, and how they come. You get one nice premium clip-in hair extension, which is the big like the big section that covers the majority of your head, and it will cover like the back, the nape, higher up, not necessarily right at the front, at the sides. As you can see, it's always secured with clips here, so these are the ones that are going to be clipped in onto your head and then obviously weaved and blended into your natural hair. So these have a really nice soft wave, and this is what attracted me to this particular type of hair extensions. So it's up to you if you want to leave them exactly how they are as they come out of the pack. Something what I tend to do is I tend to just soften them a little bit by brushing through my fingers, just to loosen any bits that might be just really like set together by being in the packaging. Or you can take a hairbrush. Apologies if this isn't too clear. I use a Tangle Teezer, but it's up to you. And then you can brush through, and it just loosely softens the hair extensions and just gives that really like natural like bounce and a wave. Lovely. They also come with two big side pieces, so I'm just going to show you these. We have these side pieces too. And again, they have the clips at the side, so these are ideal to secure further up at the sides of your head, just so if you do have quite a thick hairline around the side of your hair, you can put these in and it blends out, and it can also give you a lot of thickness here at the sides where sometimes you might be lacking before. So first things first, for giving your hair a wave and a nice soft curl to blend into your hair extensions, always use a curling wand similar to this. You don't want the actual wand to be too thick, because then you're just going to get a big volume wave, which is nice, but as you can see from these extensions, they do have quite a defined curl, so we do want to have that shape coming through. They're like a nice soft shape and texture. Also, if you go much thinner than this, you're going to risk having that spiral curl, which is quite hard to get out unless you really go through with your fingers and then take a really big section of hair. But I do find that if you have a curling tongue like this, this style of wand, it just gives you that soft natural wave. So let's get curling. So there are lots of different ways that people choose to wave their hair, and the way I'm going to show you is just so that we do it quite quick and that we have a nice natural wave that isn't too loose but it isn't too tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from my front pieces. I'm going to take a section which is around this big, and I'm just going to wrap this size section around the wand all the way around my hair, going slightly a little more looser underneath where we don't need such a tight curl. It's up to you if you want to wrap your fingers around it or loosen up the wave as you go, or if you just want to leave them, do the whole head and then come back to it. But I tend to find that I do go over certain pieces, so I just lightly brush my fingers through just when I've first done it and just let it sit like that, and it might be that I just come back to it at the end. So as you can see, I've done one side of my hair and I didn't actually section all the pieces and start doing one piece and then clip and section away. What I did is I just took sections, randomly waved, held the one there for about 10 to 15 seconds, let it go, run the fingers through and then continue to the next part of my head. I think that this way is better just because we don't want a perfect, really tight curled look. We want loose, dishevelled, natural, soft waves. And if there's any parts of the hair which are a little bit straight, we can come back to them later and do them again. So I just prefer to do this as just a grab and wave and then brush through all around the head. So there we have it, nice soft loose waves, ready for the extensions. So when it comes to applying the big section of the hair extension, this is when I do actually section my natural hair away. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to take this front crown section and I'm going to clip with these little bobby pins just to keep the hair away from my face and so it's a clear section to insert the hair extensions. Next, I'm just going to lightly take a section of hair and just give it a little bit of a twist, as this helps, especially with heavy hair extensions that are quite thick and wavy, it just helps the hair actually sit into your own natural hair a little bit more secure. And then take it round. Just clip in. The next bit just includes running your fingers underneath the clips and any loose hairs that are coming out, just pull them over the band because you want to conceal the band and you want it all blended in naturally. So a brush might help as well here in case any of it gets knotty. And you just literally running your finger along the line and any loose hairs that are coming out, you're just bringing them over the line of the hair extension and just covering the clip slightly. Look, I actually don't need my side pieces because this all blends in really natural. If I put the side pieces in, it's going to look a little too much for the look that I'm going for today. But if you do have naturally really thick hair and you do find that this needs filling out, then this is the perfect time to grab those side pieces, just lift up the hair right just above the ear and just secure the two pieces there. And what you'll find is that they'll just blend in perfectly just on this bit here, just skimming the neck, and then you get the full hair look. But this, as you can see, is a gorgeous, natural, bouncy, loose wave hair extensions. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. These feel really lovely in my hair. They don't feel too heavy. The colour naturally blends really well. I have a little bit of dark under my hair, and that just breaks it up really naturally underneath that as well. And it basically, I could put it behind my ear as well on one side and have a thicker side too. As long as you keep using a brush, keep using your fingers, just blending it all in, and then you can have long, luscious hair. Thank you for watching.